Braving adventure? You picked the right video. This is the Munda Biddi, a bike trail whose name is adopted from the local Indigenous language, meaning path through the forest. Your guide along this journey is Jake. Saddling up on a $100 second-hand mountain bike, we'll follow Jake over a month and a distance exceeding 1,000 kilometres. Along the way, you'll learn snippets of the Indigenous language and culture, experience local wildlife, and cruise through the ancient forests all the way to the pristine beaches. So saddle up, strap on your helmet, and join Jake on the ride of a lifetime.
Gets cold. Birds love it here. Saw some pigs last night on my way in. Depending on where you read, I think it's Nannup, just south of here, where pigs first were either set loose or escaped. Now they're everywhere. After following the old railway line out of town, we get to the old rail bridge that crosses the river. This was burned down in the bushfire of last season. It may seem a bit devastating when a fire comes through, but in Australia, fire and rain, let's go again. Like that? I thought of that just now. Fire and rain, let's go again. Not too often that you see this many Banksias doing so well in one place. Oh, and Balgas, look at the Balga is the Noongar name for the grass tree. Those who didn't know. They are doing extremely well in this area.
The old railway from Jarrawood to Nannup was used to transport local timber, As the logging industry died down, so did many of the old railways through the southwest. There are still some old water tank mounds. The steam trains needed refilling along the way. The Blackwood River flowing through Nannup is well known for high water levels. The yellow signs on the tree are markings of past floods.
Didn't realise I was halfway there already. It's like 12 days. This really is a fast-paced thing. Some beautiful scenery along the way. The scenery is going to change from here. The trees are going to get bigger. It's going to get colder. Let's see what surprises await. Well, that's me as planned. Going over to Balingup for a few days to see friends and family. That's half the reason of the journey, really. Come along here, head down south, see friends and family. Enjoying the journey so far. Can't wait for the next bit of it. See you soon. It's been a few days. Went across to Balingup, see friends and family, try and rest the quads. They're still hurting. Just coming out the other side of Nannup now. Most of the thunderstorms seem to have gone. Now there's just a cold wind coming up from the south. What day is it? Wednesday. Pretty much 2 weeks to go. It's going to start changing a bit from here. The temperature at night is going to get below zero. So we'll see how my body handles that.
As Jag winds his way south, the forest begins to change. The trees triple in size. The karri trees are among the tallest trees in the world, growing up to 90 metres. They are a jewel of the southwest.
That's a challenge. Here we are once again. Wheatley, also known as Donnelly River. Some of you might remember this place from the Bibbulmun adventure. Stayed in this hut and the possum tried to get into my food. We'll stop here for a bit of lunch and then we'll continue on. Been zigzagging up this hill. Lost count somewhere after 10 zigzags. And then I've got to wrestle this. And then looks like there's another little bit to go. Looks like it's going all the way to the top through this gorgeous forest. Gorgeous forest. It's this time of day where you start speeding up. Got to get to camp before that sun drops. That's a sight for a sore ass. Alright, let's check out tonight's accommodation. Looks like something substantial used to happen up here. Pipes that size. That's a bit special. No fires, as always, on the Munda Biddi, because it makes it more of a challenge. That was a long day, but a good day. You can trust the map, even though it might say 70 or 80 k's. It's a lot better than maybe the 40 k's from Mundaring to whatever that first campsite was called, can't remember. Okay, what I've got to do is get some air in and all around those socks, because I am going to be putting them back on over the top of my very dry ones. So even the birds are talking about how cold it's going to be. I'm going to get my duds off. So this is the bit you do where you're always at risk of somebody rocking up. Right, got to get some air in there. Time to set up bed. And we'll find a spot to air them out. It's not a surprise, these huts usually always have the wind going straight through them. Which is a bit rude. Not gonna lie, I always look forward to setting up this mattress. It's not a chore. It's quite a bit of fun. The sun's just setting. Gotta get in my sleeping gear now to warm it up before everything gets too cold. It really is cold.
Well, I didn't die, but that wasn't the best sleep. This thing really is only good if you want to get warm in an emergency situation, because it also creates a lot of condensation. So now my pants and everything's damp. Just come out of, well, just going through Managementup. Stopped to have a bite to eat and get some supplies for tonight. There's no hut between here and Pemberton. It'll be a matter of finding a good spot to camp tonight between here and Nannup. Yeah, so Managementup, it's a pretty big town for
out this way. It's going to be another really cold night. So let's push on and keep seeing what we can see along the way. I don't know what that is. Could be a heifer lump. That can only be the Warren River. We're going to be making camp somewhere along here tonight, further along. Always want to camp near some water, because if you go missing, that's the first place people are going to check. They're going to be like, well, they're probably going to stay near water, aren't they? So just keep that in mind. After the Warren, it turns in, goes to Nannup, and then around to Pemberton. This is a really special piece of country. Bit of a job doing the bicycle limbo. Bit of the blackberry bush. It's known as a weed in this country. Likes to take over right down to the river. They've done stuff to be able to remove it in Balingup. But this part of country seems to be left alone. Well, coming out of going through Managementup and all that, the mornings are cold. Some spots get pretty fast, and the cold air gets in your face, in your ears, gives you a bit of a headache. Some people have these little sort of beanie things, almost look like swimming caps, cover the ears. That would help. You can get all sorts of bits and bobs to make this more comfortable, but sometimes I don't know, if you want to protect yourself from the elements, that's great. That's cool, but I'm out here to experience everything. Sorry, I get distracted by silence. It's a gorgeous thing. What a beautiful spot to live. I can't camp there, can I? The house. Beautiful spot to live, I'm sure. Oh, keep going. Something around here smells gorgeous. I reckon it's this. You know when you get a really good washing powder, and just like, oh, you know, it's real good. That's what that smells like. The bees seem to love it as well. Just outside this person's house. Anyway, let's not be nosy. Let's continue on. Oh, what? Holy. Okay, well, I don't think anyone's living in it. Wonder what the story is behind this place. Foundations are a bit on their way out. But, I mean, look at that. That's made of local stone and... Heard a car. I think it's on the highway. Spooky. If I was desperate, I would stay in there, but never know, there could be bad juju. This would have been a beautiful place to live at some point. Well, we are staying somewhere in the vicinity tonight. And we know there's a river down there. Let's go check it out. Okay, it's a swamp through there. crosses over just a bit further up, so let's go check that out. You don't want to stay too close to a swamp. Too many mosquitoes. And this is Australia. Mosquitoes eat you. We've got to cling on. Even the sticks want me to take them with me. Yeah, so a little bit further up the road. Beauty. It's flowing. It means we can boil it and drink it. A few midgies around, so let's get to a bit higher ground. Yep, so lots of pigs around here. It's fresh too. See the devastation they do? That's why they're a pest. They're also a pest because they were introduced. Everything's living the dream out here. Winter's done. Water everywhere. So the land I'm on right now is shaded in green, which means it's either state forest or national park. Another Windows XP screensaver moment. Now we're going to try something a little different tonight. Things to say on your wedding night. Alright. Should have checked the ground before I did this. There's a big lump right in the middle. Whole thing's got to come this way. We're always bloody laughing. Alright. It's better than a kick in the nuts. Alright. A couple of interesting sounds out there. One does scare you for a second because you don't know what it is, but then you remember, oh yeah, it's a swamp hen. Make a noise that sounds like a slightly human animal being murdered. Yeah, so never a boring night. What I've got tonight hold on a sec, I'll grab it. Hot hands, hand warmers. So I'll just put you down here for a sec. Do not use on any other part of the body other than the hands. Well, I'm using them on my feet. So, already there, my life insurance is void if it is to burn my feet off. How long is it? Heats up in 15 to 30 minutes, okay.
Ah, it's warming up, what? That's magic as. Dude, what? This is my new favourite thing, they're like $3. It says do not use while sleeping. Why not? I want to know why, because I plan to sleep with it. Now, why would I not use while sleeping? Maybe the fact that you could, when you sleep, you're like, and then you smack yourself with it and maybe get it on your face or whatever.
Grab it by the girth of it and just... Oh, you're still here? Get both hands going here. Yeah, so I'm about 500 metres off the track here. I'm a couple of k's from Nannup, maybe more than a couple. Small place, Nannup. We'll go through it in the morning. I'm in a pine forest, on the edge of a pine forest, between a pine forest and a swamp. Don't go right into the pine forest if you're camping alone or in a group, because if you've seen any horror movie ever, bad things happen. I hope everyone's doing well wherever you're watching this. Probably at home in a comfy bed or sitting in your car away from the elements. But sometimes I think it's important to experience where we come from, which is cold, hard, brutal nature. Yeah, so I'm just going to enjoy my food. I'm getting all cozy and it's good. See you in the morning.